Well, hello. This is Terry Jackson with movie news and reviews. This weekend I went and saw the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part One. Yeah, Part One. Wow, sorry, a little out of it. This movie was insane. Um, just the way that it was done. But to give you a little heads up, before I go into things, this is going to be a spoilers review, meaning that if you haven't seen the movie, go ahead and put this on your to watch list, or if you want it spoiled and you really don't care, go ahead and watch it anyway. I don't know, it must be weird like that. I guess I like it. It's weird. Anyway, yes, it is a spoiler list, so you have been warned. Okay, so I guess let's go ahead and start off with our leading lady, Jennifer Lawrence, who has done a fantabulous job in this movie. Definitely one of the highlights was the range of emotion she showed. Um, in the beginning, she really comes off as just shell shocked and tortured. Um, and I guess that's one of the ways I reasons why I like it is because those first 2 minutes see her huddling and just broken, and she wakes up in the hospital and she goes over to Finnick's room, and her and Finnick have a talk about how the games broke them and how it takes a long time to get put back together, and even then they're not whole anymore, and I loved it. In my first thought, I looked over to the person I was seeing it with, and I thought, wow, this is deep for the beginning of the movie. I mean, holy crap. But yeah, um, I thought it was very well. The only issue I did have with her though is the chemistry between her and Liam Hemsworth, and it's not necessarily her fault. It's just the way the two different types of acting. I felt as if her and Hemsworth, I didn't believe that friendship, and I never really have throughout this entire franchise, not through Catching Fire or Hunger Games. And this movie hasn't convinced me either. Liam Hemsworth, he always seems to play always the dark, brooding character, and I don't like that. He hasn't shown me he can act yet. Um, just my opinion though. I think one of the I don't know, one of the candies of the movie is Sam Claflin as Finnick. How amazing was he? Um, I love him. I've loved him in Catching Fire too. I wish though he would have been in a bit more. And in the book, his role was expanded on, and you got to learn a bit more about him and Annie. And I understand it's a movie about Katniss, but I would have liked to learn more about why they have that connection, why he wants Annie back, and why it matters to him that she's captured by the Capitol. Besides, oh, I have feelings for her, or oh, I love her. And normally that would be enough, but I mean, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to dig deeper into that. Peter Malark, Josh Hutcherson, that's his name. Wow. Sorry, I'm blanking today. I'm really off. Josh Hutcherson was, he was serviceable. And I think part of that is the fact that he wasn't really shown in the movie, but in the parts that he did do, I think he could have. He was convincing that he was, the bad guy. And then when he sort of just snaps out of it, like, Katniss, they're coming. Um, I felt that, oh shit. Like I tried to set my mind away from when I'd read the book, but I felt that, oh shit. Also, the way he looked at the end, that sunken face was fantastic. I don't know if they used CGI or if that was makeup. I highly doubt that was makeup though, but it was very well done. Um, let's see, it was Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson played Haymitch, and he was again amazing. He owns that role completely. Um, him being cast and it was just amazing. And the way that him and Jennifer Lawrence have this on-screen chemistry works great, especially because now one understands the other a lot more. with what they've been through. Um, Elizabeth Banks as Evie Trinket. Oh my gosh, she steals every scene she's in. Even those little nuances of hers are fantastic. And she is so pretty. Even in the gray clothing, she still looks absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. um, but yes, Elizabeth Banks definitely somebody I enjoyed seeing, and that was a big departure from the book too, because she was still in the capital, and she was given amnesty by Alma Coin at the end of the last book. So, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. It was tragic seeing him, and I loved the parts he was in. I loved every bit of that. Just watching him, such a talented young or old guy. Um, it's tragic that he was taken away from us, but it's amazing that we still get to see these roles that he's already filmed. And a while back, Lionsgate had actually come out and said, he's done with every scene. He was done with every scene when he died, except for one of the larger scenes that were a bit more dramatic. And I would have liked to see that, but I'm glad that we got what we did of his. I thought that the the chemistry and the nuances him and Julianne Moore had between each other shows what caliber of actors they are and how amazing those two can be together when you see them on screen. It's sad we won't ever get to see that again, but I liked it for when we had it. Julianne Moore's Alma Coin. I, I was really hesitant about this, just in general, because I imagined Coin as older, but I thought she was great. You couldn't really tell if she was the good guy or the bad guy. She would have those moments where you're like, oh, is she only serving herself? Or, oh, she's trying to be a good leader. And I love that. Lastly, Donald Sutherland. He stole the role. Him and Jennifer Lawrence have amazing chemistry together. I said this when I saw Catching Fire. It was beautiful. He owns the role of President Snow, and just everything about that. You know, um, I love this movie. I'll give it an 8.5. A lot of the movie to me felt like build up, and I guess that's where I get my emptiness coming out of that, because I liked the way they ended it with Alma Quinn's speech, but I felt as if visually it could have been more dramatic. Yes, we saw Peeta tied up, but I wanted something a bit more tangible when it comes to actually watching it. Um, but yeah, it's still an amazing movie. I would highly suggest going to see it. And it is something I'm probably gonna go see again this weekend if I get time. And I think all of you should too. If anything, go because it's a war movie. It's definitely a change in tone, and you don't get the survival feeling that you did anymore. You get the whole, wow, this is war. This is what it's like behind the scenes. You get to see the front lines, all of that, and it's great. And a lot of the issues I had with the previous ones were scale, simply because of the first one. I didn't feel as if it was a worldwide issue or a Pan Am issue. The second one, I felt it.